That mystery continues in the sky over New Jersey. People now reporting even more drone sightings. Law enforcement confirms there have been sightings in Morris, Somerset, and Warren counties. Nick Calloway has been on top of this story from the beginning and has the latest.
It definitely wasn't a plane because it was too low, and it was also going back and forth and then forwards and backwards.
Melissa Kasilniak took this cell phone video Wednesday night from her home in Chatham in Morris County. She says that large object with the flashing red and green lights was hovering just above her neighbor's rooftops.
I think the creepy part is not that it's just a drone, that they're so large.
They look like a small car to me. Their wingspans are probably 6 feet across.
Mark Taylor is the mayor of Florham Park, one town north of Chatham.
People are calling myself, my home. It's one of those things where they are alarmed.
The FBI is investigating the clusters of possible drones reported over the last few weeks. Florham Park's police chief sent a message to residents that drone sightings have been reported above critical infrastructure, such as water reservoirs, electric transmission lines, rail stations, police departments, and military installations. He added that their presence appears nefarious in nature.
And welcome back to my Shadow Band YouTube channel. So there's been some strange things going on in my home state of New Jersey, namely these very strange drones that are going around. People are seeing them all over my area and other parts of New Jersey. This past summer, we had issues with all these wildfires. Now, all of a sudden, it's just done. They don't talk about it anymore. That's a whole nother strange thing. There's something else that I found, which is extremely bizarre with that. I may do a video on that later, but the topic now are these drones. And the funniest part is they were saying, there might be some concerns with one of them being near Trump's golf course. So I have a couple thoughts on this about two different ideas that I have now. There's something else going on where they were talking about how the Chinese hacked. I don't know. I just heard about this. The Chinese hacked people's phones and this, that, and the other thing, and that you're supposed to use like an encrypted app now or something like that, or like you're supposed to use like a third-party app to send text messages, something like that. So is this part of the psyop? They're creating this Chinese war, this thing where they're saying that these drones may be Chinese spies, this, that, and the other thing. Now, I heard a couple mentions in a few articles mentioning the word UFO. Then we have Trump. So we take all three things. We have the Chinese, the other countries' threat of war nonsense that they always have, which half the time it's always from within job, usually. Just kind of like a certain event that happened many, many years ago in the early 2000s. Right, so you have that, and then you have Project Bluebeam, which I've done a lot of videos on, and we have the inauguration coming up, actually on my birthday. My birthday is inauguration day, but we have that coming up soon. We have, Trump becoming president, all that kind of nonsense, along with these drones and all these other things going on. So I don't know. There's a couple possibilities of potential war, potential fake alien invasion, which, again, there's no such thing as aliens, only demons. But I think that there's a lot of different avenues they can go. But we have Trump right now is at the forefront of everything. So one of the things are probably they're trying to get him. They put this narrative out there that he's this savior guy that, everybody's out to get him because he's so based and this, that, and the other thing. He's against the deep state, even though he's shaking hands with Klaus Schwab and he ushered in warp speed and he's a Freemason. He's a warlock. He is. MAGA is the highest rank in the satanic church, right? In the Church of Satan. So it's like, we know who this dipshit really is. So, that's one of the narratives going on. But I really do think that they are going to bring forth Bluebeam and all these other things along with the current situation. So it's anybody's guess. I'm really curious to see where they take this. But like I said, there's three possibilities, and any of them are possibilities right now. I don't like to call things and say I definitely know, because I don't know everything, but I'm going to just say that blue beam is a strong possibility, and a psyop agenda of a false war is very possible as well. Why they started in my state, I think it's because we're close to New York. They don't want to do the full kibosh yet, but they want to do something close to New York and to keep this drama going. Very, very bizarre situation, but I just want to update on that. And I was going to do a video on a different subject about some things I've picked up on social media. I have a couple archives of it. I might do a video on it later, but the psychosis of people with this Trump thing. I mean, you can't even speak out against the two-party system. If you do, you're banned instantly. You're lambasted and you're attacked if you call out the two-party system and you call out that it's a farce. You'll be called a liberal, a cuckold, a wimp, a bitch, all the words in the book. It's ridiculous. It's like they're so brainwashed that they think that you have to pick a side. It's so stupid and low IQ to realize that these two sides are the same thing. They're two ends of the same turd. And they both stink like shit because that's what they're made out of. It's ridiculous. And I don't understand why these people can't get it through their heads. It's like we've seen so much going on with this. And all these tiny little things we're seeing now, wildfires, these drones in the sky, UFOs. There's been another talk with another nudnik, a tiny hat wearer, who was talking about this big jump in pandemics and stuff like that coming up. So, I mean, it's all predicted. It's all part of it. But anybody who thinks that this jackass is any different than any of the rest is really, must have a room temperature IQ. I mean, these Trump people are so easily brainwashed. It's literally a cult. It's no different than the dumb liberals that they make fun of. Both sides are a bunch of idiots. And it's so pathetic. But I'm getting to the point where I'm over arguing with them. I don't argue. I put the information out there. I tell them exactly what I think is going on. I report on the news. I give a couple tidbits of what I think is happening. And they can do with it as they please. But I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to debate. I just want to let people know what's going on. And there's definitely some strange happenings in my state. There have been all summer. I've been trying to speak out against it. I know some people don't care because they don't live here, but it's part of your country. If you live here, it's part of the agenda at hand. And if they start different agendas in certain places, just a breeding ground where it spreads further. There's always something, like kind of how Maui was a catalyst for these fires, for these things. They find a place and they start a specific agenda and they test the waters. They see how much damage they can do and they move on with it. But part of the thought I alluded to in one of my videos, I don't remember which one, was that the drones may have been responsible for the fires and a lot of the other things going on. Who the hell knows what they're doing with them, but I guarantee you blue beam is coming up. They're going to say that they are aliens and blah, 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 blah. This is coming, and this is going to come when that jackass Trump is in power. Like I said, a lot of strange happenings are going to be going on when that nudnik is president. I'm telling you, it's all scripted. It's all part of the plan. There's so many things that have shown how insane this situation is and how pre-planned and how scripted all of this is. It's just, I can't even explain it. There's so much stuff to go into, but I just want to talk about the drones, and I'm going to do a little more research. I'm going to actually check the skies tonight, and I'm going to see if I can get any footage of it myself, and I will maybe report on it more and look into this more, but this is very strange. Anyway, take care. Bye-bye.